Hey guys, this episode of the retrologic podcast is NSFW. That means not safe for work. There's a lot of foul language, innuendo. We have John and Drew on from the Dads After Dark podcast. So we like to call it Retrologic After Dark, meaning adults only, no kids allowed. You've been warned, so enjoy the show and put the kids to bed. Welcome to Retrologic, episode 69. I'm Dan Caparello here with Sam Wagers. And joining us tonight, we have all the way from the Dads After Dark universe, John and Drew, who are, they're here. They're with us. Hi.
We're here. We made it. We've actually both been here once separately, and now we're here together. That's true. Never forget. I was here on episode 2.
That's right. That's right. A second episode. It was crazy.
I feel unprepared then, because I don't know the episode number.
Now you do. You better know the episode number.
I will never forget this one.
But Retrologic isn't just a podcast, it's also a blog. You can visit retrologic.games, click blog at the top, and check out fresh content every month, most of which written by our very own Sam, who has something coming up, he tells me, but I don't know if he's ready to talk about it yet, so I'm not going to put him on the spot. Are you ready to talk about it?
I can preview what the topic is. It's going to be about games that were not localized for the USA that I think should be.
Oh,
Mother 3,
and not just Mother 3.
Not just Mother.
But yes, that's
the obvious.
That is one.
Awesome, good deal. So just a bit of housekeeping. Breath of Fire-bruary is in full effect, so hopefully you're playing one of the 5 available games, 2 of which are on NSO. Good luck with 3 and 4. If you don't already own them, just good luck. And then if you have a PS2, 5 is cheap. Or what is it? It's not 5. It's
Dragon Quarter.
Dragon Quarter. That's the one. That's the one you're playing, Sam. How's it going with that?
Yep. I like it. It's divisive. A lot of fans of the rest of the series do not like it. I can see why, but I like it anyway. It's basically the Star Fox Zero of Breath of Fire.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, how do you mean it's really good and underrated?
Yes.
Oh.
I can't hear the words breath of anything without thinking Breath of Wild. It's just so natural now.
That's true. I started the first one, first time playing through it, and it's very serviceable, fun, good RPG. So far, I'm not very far, but we're going to talk more about Breath of Fire on our community podcast, which will be later this month. Stay tuned for details about that. Let's jump into our icebreaker, guys, which we always start with our guests. I'm going to start with John this time because he has blocked out his list from me. So I'm very curious to see what he played and what he bought this week.
And other John isn't on tonight, so it makes it so much easier. It's so much easier. Just the one John.
I'm glad. 2 Johns is too many.
Two Johns, one podcast. Indeed. All right. What did I buy this week? Oh, well, I bought No More Heroes, and then I bought No More Heroes 2, and then I bought No More Heroes 3 from Best Buy, and it was glorious.
You idiot.
If they didn't have... I've heard really good things about No More Heroes 3, and I played No More Heroes on the Wii, and I loved it. Never got to 2 because I think I had moved to the PlayStation 3 by then, and so I'm going to play through them all. And I don't even think I would have bought any of them if they didn't have all 3 of them physically.
Oh, nice.
I love Best Buy has the limited run games, and it's so nice because if you miss a game and you don't want the special edition, Best Buy often has them. So bought all 3 of them.
Is 1 and 2 in a collection, like a combo, or is it 2 separate?
No, they're all separate.
Really?
Yeah, they're all separate. I mean, it cost me over $100.
Well, 3 games. Yeah.
You idiot.
And I assume you can play No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2 with regular controls. I should have verified that, but I think you can play them with regular controls. So we'll see. I should have looked that up. I probably should have looked that up.
You don't want to fling your Joy-Cons around?
Yeah, because Dan, you asked what I sold. I sold because I'm not just a Dads After Dark show podcaster. I'm also a part-time eBay store. in that I have an account and I sell games.
It's fair.
But I sold 2 boxed goodies. It was tough to see them go. I actually sold my complete copy of Seaman for Dreamcast. It was so minty. It had the microphone and the plastic. But I've just been in a pattern of selling my high price games that I'm never going to play, and I was never going to play that shit. So I sold it. I probably sold it for triple what I bought it for, so that was great. And I sold
Did you say you sold your semen?
I sold.
There's a place you can go do
$1,000 for that. Give me a break.
There's a place you can go.
Yeah,
They buy it from you.
a weekly occurrence.
Yeah.
And I sold Persona 4 Dancing All Night on Vita. I don't have my Vita anymore. I sold my Vita. I've sold all my games. That was the last Vita game I had. So it was a nice, beautiful silver box. Glorious. So I sold those very sad.
I would have bought that Seaman from you.
It went pretty fast, I think, too.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to sell my modded Game Boy Color. It has a nice little backlit screen. It's all like aftermarket case and everything, but I like I said, I ordered an analog pocket. It's going to come to me in 2023. So I'm starting to sell some of my replacement stuff.
You and Other John are in that boat. He tried to get one, and yeah, he's in a later buy group.
Mine's due by the end of this year. Actually, I got right in when they opened that up. Again.
It's kind of like trading draft picks, Sam. Right? But I'll trade you this game and your pre-order for my pre-order. Just kind of move up in the draft a little bit. That's what I sold. What I played, let me tell you guys how excited I am to announce this for the first time. I finished Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm so excited. Ooh. That game got really repetitious. And by the way, Bruce, Animal Crossing Valhalla. We have several questions from Bruce about Animal Crossing Valhalla that came from you last week. But I finished Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So excited. I not the greatest game, but it was fun for 10 hours. And then it was the same thing for the next 50 hours.
Gross.
That sounds like Assassin's Creed to me.
Yeah. And that happened to me on the first game, Sam. And I said I would never play an Assassin's Creed again. And then I tried Valhalla now, and I'm never going to play Assassin's Creed again. Some people love it. That's fine. It's too much of one game. It's the same thing over and over again. So that's done. I tried Mass Effect Remastered today, the Legendary Edition, the new one. It's on Game Pass, and I've never played Mass Effect before, and I sat down. I think I spent about 30 minutes today playing Mass Effect. And I think it was a little more shooty than I thought it would be. It's got a lot of story with dialogue choices and stuff. And then the camera's so tight behind the character that it feels like a first-person game to me. And it was starting to give me a headache, and I had to stop. So I'm really disappointed because I actually wanted to play through the whole trilogy, especially the first couple games, because I always hear nothing but good things about it. But I had to stop. So that's just not going to happen.
Do you think the originals would have had that effect on you, or
probably? Oh. They do have the originals on Game Pass, the Xbox versions.
Oh,
but yeah, I tried the newer one, and I mean it looks like, what is it, 2007? I mean, it looks like a 15-year-old game. They remaster these things so the graphics do look better, but the characters still move in a very 2007 way. Right. You can just tell. So it doesn't really matter what kind of textures you give it. It's still, it's still an old game. So whatever. I mean, whatever. It was, I'm not going to bemoan it or say anything bad about it. Just, I couldn't play it. So that dream died. And Pokemon.
I had big dreams for that.
I wanted.
I'm going to play through all the Mass Effect games. You are all in.
Yeah, in a month, because I'm going to let my Game Pass expire too. Yeah.
So that's
not to worry. I have a new game that I'm going to play in Game Pass. I'm not going to talk about it though, but I'm really excited for it.
All right, cool.
Pokemon Arceus, which I just dropped a 30-second review on today.
It was really good review. I really liked that one.
thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. You can catch that one, youtube.com/Dads After Dark Show. I loved this game. So good. So good. I don't want to get too much into it, but the new formula is fantastic. And I have some gripes mostly about the way they do the story. That just like cutscenes are constantly happening, and you might have like 6 different cutscenes back to back to back to back to back. And it's just like, all right, give me the story. The story is somewhat interesting, but the way they break it up, and there's literally this building that you constantly have to go back to, and you have to talk to your commander. And they have a commander on the 3rd floor and the captain on the 1st floor. And they constantly make you go back to this building and go up to the commander, and then they make you talk to the captain right after. And it's so stupid. There's no real reason this has to be 2 different characters. And you're just constantly going up and down these stairs. And the stairs are like, you have to go all the way to the right and then go up the stairs. And then you have to go up this set. Like, you couldn't put the commander like just on the 2nd floor. And that repetition drives me nuts. But yeah, like, and especially as you get closer to the end, the story is just broken up too much. But the regular gameplay of catching Pokemon and battling Pokemon is so good. I just love it. It's not completely open world. It's broken up into sections, but once you're in a section, it feels open world. I really love it. It's already my favorite Pokemon game of all time. It's
wow.
Yeah. And I rolled credits on it today. I won't give any spoilers, but I mean, you should really play past the credits. There's just more to do. I think I rolled credits at like 20 hours. So if you mainline it, you can go fairly quick. I know Jesse's like 50 hours in. I know somebody else who's 50 hours in and haven't rolled credits yet. It's just, there's plenty to do. There's so many side quests and there's so much stuff to do. So I'm probably maybe halfway through as far as I'm going to go. I'm still going. I loved it.
Yeah. My copy comes in this week. I was convinced by the overwhelming positivity around it. So
yeah, it's I mean, I think you'll love it. Everyone's different with Pokemon, right? Drew hates it,
Well, I don't hate it. I have a very hard respect for it. It's just not for me.
Right.
And I tried 2 games. I didn't just say I'm not going to try it. I played 2 games.
What games did you play?
I played Let's Go, and I'll be honest, I actually really enjoyed Let's Go. I beat the entire game. I played it with my kids, and then I recently tried Diamond and Pearl, and I just couldn't get into it. It felt too repetitive.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
That's like when I stopped playing Pokemon. So I get it.
Yeah. I think I made it like 3 gyms in. I'm done. Like it's the and my kids love hunting the Pokemon and trying to find a shiny and getting the different ones and evolving them, but it's just like.
That's the thing. It's the same formula.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Arceus so good. And I think the more you've played past Pokemon games, the more you'll really appreciate Arceus.
Well, let's hope.
For being so different. You'll like it.
Yeah. X and Y was the last Pokemon game I enjoyed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a ways.
Been a hard road for me.
And the last game I played, I did this just for you, Dan, because I knew I was coming on to a retro show. And it's a game I've never played before. And so just for you, I played Donkey Kong 94 on Game Boy. And
wow,
that's awesome.
Boy, howdy, is it fun.
So good.
So good. And this one is, you guys have probably talked about this one. I probably don't have to
you could talk
mention
about
it.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Drew probably has no idea what we're talking about here.
Nope.
It's the sequel to Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, it's 30 games later. No, it's a Game Boy game. Not even Game Boy Color, but I think it has color modes because I know if you play on the Super Game Boy, it has some color modes. It's a Game Boy game that looks at first like a sort of revamped Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong looks way more detailed. Your character, Mario or Jumpman or whatever, he jumps more realistically, so it feels different and modern. And you go through the 4 levels that are in regular Donkey Kong. But then instead of looping on the last one, in the last level when you jump over the little holes in the ground so the beams fall down, instead of it looping from that point on, it actually he takes Paulina?
Pauline.
Yeah, Pauline.
He takes Paulina and he goes into like worlds. Like there's levels with like there's worlds with like 8-9 levels in them. And you just do one at a time, and then like halfway through and at the end of each one, you fight essentially Donkey Kong. You do a level where you're trying to capture Paulina back. And they're like puzzle levels, and they're really interesting, and there's tons of variety. There's like a forest world, and then I'm in the third world, which is the ship world.
Oh, I love the ship world.
It's hard too. I was stuck on it for like 3 days.
It's a tough game.
It gets tough, but it's a great sort of puzzle game. I'm trying to think of a game that's like it.
Well, it kind of continued with the Mario versus Donkey Kong series, like a little. That's like the closest thing.
The little guys,
yeah,
the minis.
The minis came in later, but yeah, that's a little bit what you're playing. So if you've played any of the Mario versus Donkey Kongs with or without the minis, that's the closest thing to a modern game that they are connected to.
You're exactly right. And like even a little bit of Lemmings, but it's way more. I think it's a little more advanced than Lemmings is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've had a great time. I'm going to keep going with it, and yeah, that's what I've been playing.
You played a Donkey Kong game just for me. Look at that.
Yeah, so sweet.
Awesome. Well, Drew, what about you, man? What did you buy? What did you play this week?
I didn't buy anything, I don't think.
No, you're fine. It's a retro show, so we're always like hunting for stuff. I don't know if
I mean, I still have a decent retro collection. Maybe we'll get into it, but I've been playing. I finished up a little while ago Darksiders 3, which if you guys have never played that series, I am a huge fan of Darksiders. So I finished up the third one, which I have never played, which was fairly new, at least for the Switch. And then I went in and talking retro. I played all of Paper Mario on NSO expansion.
Nice,
fantastic,
love it.
That's going to be one of my just hands down favorite games of all time. And a lot of good memories. I played with my wife, and we played together through it. So what we did was we played it. Maybe 2 weeks went by, and we missed it so much, Dan, that we went and set up the GameCube, and now we're playing through Thousand Year Door. Which again I've played through, multiple times. But yeah, we're in the middle of chapter 3 right now. In the wrestling arena, Glitzville, which is an amazing level for any Mario game.
Yes.
So we've been doing that, and but what I've been playing on the Switch is a little golf game called RPG or RP Golf Legends, which is essentially an RPG golf style game. If you remember or played Golf Story, very similar in a way. It's not nearly as good. It has a lot more of the RPG elements where you're fighting and you. The problem with the game is, and I mentioned a little bit on our show, is the fighting system just blows. You use a golf club, and that's your only really attack. And it's hard.
Is there like golf though?
There is golf. So the whole thing is you have to unlock. The whole game is like all of golf kind of gets sealed up by these crystals and magic, and you have to unlock one hole at a time. And you have to unlock a hole by essentially leveling up your character. So you have to get experience points. Once you fill your experience bar, you can then unlock the next hole.
Yeah. That's like kind of like when I got married, I unlocked a hole.
Which one is the question? But yeah, no, it's fine. The golf is okay. It's dragged out. There's a lot of quests which just feel unrewarding. And again, the battle system really kind of irks me. The golf game's fine. Overall, I'm almost done with it. I'm going to finish it. I have one more gem I need to collect, and then I'll be done. But it's okay. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but I don't not recommend it. It's one of those in the middle. If you like a golf game, you might like it.
I got to commend you guys for being the total opposite of me, where if a game starts to like bore me or get too hard or I get stuck, I'll just drop it. Like I'll just be like, next thing. I don't have any endurance when it comes to
that
playing
happened
video
in this
games.
game. The second world was the swamp level, and it was just like I was dying left and right. I was like, this is stupid. I don't understand it. And I had to go, farm and level up a little bit, just like you would in any RPG game. And I got through it. But yeah, I agree. John and I, we're the dads that finish. We like to commend ourselves on that.
Mm-hmm.
And
you suck it up and you play that garbage until the end.
I played some shitty games in my life. Let me tell you.
You played a lot this year, Drew.
Hey.
Yeah, and it's February.
It's February. Yeah, that's all. I'm starting to now look on the horizon of what's going to be my next game because I'm almost done.
Got Triangle Strategy coming soon.
Well, Ollie Ollie World comes out this
Ollie
week?
Ollie, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Literally tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That looks good.
I was totally going to play that, but I got to play more Arceus.
I do need to. Have you heard, Dan, of Darksiders Genesis?
I haven't played a Darksiders game since 3, so I
haven't heard about this either. I think it came out before 3, but it's pretty much a Diablo style game. It's a dungeon crawler, loot grabber, but it's in the lore of Darksiders. So I'm intrigued.
Interesting.
I just haven't pulled the trigger yet.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd be down to dig into another Darksiders, something different. Yeah.
So
awesome.
That's it for me.
Thanks, Drew. Yeah. Sam, what's up, dude?
Yeah, so been playing a couple different things. I did, since I mentioned last week, I actually finally bought Crusader Kings 3. I did fire up my save, and I did share the since it's cloud save, I did still have the old file with my character creator Waluigi in game there. The weird
wonderful.
thing is that I can't copy him because you have to be in the character creator, and once you've actually started, since that's a game in Iron Man, I can't actually go back to the character editor in that game, so I can't I have to recreate him from scratch. And I keep trying, and he never looks exactly the same. So I have 3 other Waluigis that I have saved now, but I don't know what happened to the old file. I can't get that, but I have the actual game I was playing.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. I messed around with that a little bit more. I think it's just hilarious that you can actually use the character creator and make a pretty convincing looking Waluigi surrounded by all these normal humans. But didn't get very far. Didn't intend to because the expansion Royal Court drops tomorrow, and I believe that's going to make old saves incompatible. So I just kind of wanted to mess around a little bit. So I started Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter this weekend and really got into it. I really like this game. I know Breath of Fire fans have very mixed opinions on it. Some people like it. Some people hate it. The series basically ended after it, which I think lends to a lot of the negativity. Is if you didn't like it, it's oh, well, this killed this series.
Have you played other Breath of Fire games before?
I've played 1 and 2. I have not played 3 and 4. I basically picked this up because I was looking at the rest of the series after I finished 2 on NSO. And I was oh, well, 3 and 4 are super expensive. What's this other game? It's $11. Why not? And I never actually even tried it until now. But yeah, it's very different. It has a number of systems that are poorly explained that I can see being very frustrating to people. Foremost is the way saves work. To get permanent saves, so there's a general quick save type feature. At any time you can quit the game and it will save. It'll basically bookmark your game for you. But doing so puts you back to the main menu, and loading the save gets rid of that. So it's not something you can actually use as a fail safe if you make a bad decision later. But it is you don't have to marathon this game. But the other saves are limited. You have to find save tokens and use them at save points. And they're pretty rare. And the other thing to keep in mind is that when you die, you can actually go back to these saves and carry over some of your things. You carry over your money, you carry over your equipment, but but you lose your actual experience points that you gained. Now, there is also a thing called Party XP, which you earn, which is like bonus experience points that you can assign from the party menu. And that carries over when you reload a save. Now, if you actually die, you still lose some of it. You lose like half your party XP, half your money. But if you choose the give up option, you actually keep all of it and go back to that save point. So you can actually like work this to your advantage pretty heavily. Like I just got through a section at the end of a dungeon where there's a save point. And thank goodness, because right after that, you have to fight 3 bosses in a row.
Gosh.
And bosses tend to award a lot of party XP.
Sure.
So these bosses were really hard. And this is where the other potentially frustrating mechanic comes in. Like every Breath of Fire game, you can turn into a dragon. And it's overpowered. But in this one, you can't do it too much. There is a counter that keeps track of how often you use that ability. And if it hits 100%, you get a permanent game over. And you have to start the game from the beginning.
Oh, man.
Now, if you reload your save, it resets it. So what you do is you get to those hard bosses, you realize you're not going to win, and you just use dragon mode, and then you reset, and then you level up with the party XP, and then you try it again. And that actually works really well. But like if you don't realize how everything works, you could screw yourself pretty badly.
That's like, so my brother Adam like got stuck in Majora's Mask and didn't know how the owl saves worked back on the N64 and just like lost a bunch of progress because of that. Why do save systems have to be so complicated? They super don't. It's weird. It's weird to me.
It's like there's a strategy to it. So part of that is like, okay, cool. It reminds me of like Loop Hero, where you have to really decide if you want to do another loop and walk away or take your money. But like, so on part of it is like, that sounds strategic. And then part of it be like, man, the first time you get screwed by that, you're just going to be like, oh, what's the freaking point?
Yeah, like they almost have to have a tutorial for the whole save system. Like, here's how you don't use it. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing that is kind of missing is a tutorial. Now, and even the way they define it, because I got burned by this the first time I like loaded a save. It's called the SOL system, the scenario overlay, I guess.
No,
and like you have 2 options. You have 2 options, which are SOL restart and SOL restore.
Either way, I'm
not even sure which is which anymore. Yes, exactly. But either way, I'm still couldn't even tell you for sure which one's which. One of them is start the game over. Again, you carry over your stuff, but it's start the game over. And the other is start from the last save point where you used a save token. And so letting the dragon counter go up to 100% basically forces you into a restart. So you do still have that like progress. So now you're probably going to get back to where you were faster and with less difficulty. But yeah, it's like if you realize too late and you already have a save where your counter is way above what it should be, it's like you're not going to finish the game. You're just not. So that's something to avoid. It's like, honestly, just if you want to play this game, just like read a guide first. That's what I would say. And you'll still have fun. Like, don't read every strategy, figure some things out, but like make sure you understand how this works. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. I like the battle system. I actually do like that mechanic where they give you this overpowered ability and then there are consequences for abusing it. I think that's really interesting. Props to them for doing that. I also understand why people are like, this sucks.
That reminds me of games where you have like I think Double Dragon had it, where you had a special attack, but you actually lost health if you used it.
Yeah, that's like every beat 'em up. Ever.
Yeah. It's like, ooh, do that and you're going to take health away. It's like, well,
it's almost
that
like
was a way to win by spending quarters.
And like Twilight Princess had the magic armor where you're invincible, but it takes away rupees instead of hearts. And so,
yeah, F that.
Yeah.
It's like a monkey paw.
Right. Exactly. Awesome. Thank you, Sam, for being brave enough to delve into the one Breath of Fire game that nobody else wanted to play.
Right. Well, I have one other piece of very significant purchase, actually. We talked about the Turbografx 16. We talked about the Turbografx Mini, and I managed to pick one up. this past week.
Nice.
Found offer on eBay. Actually kind of bid him down a little bit because I was on the fence about it. Sometimes that's what I do. I'm just like, you know what? It's not really about saving $10, but I'm just going to make an offer $10 below what you're asking because I'm not sure if I want it. I'll just leave it up to you. If you accept it, then I'll pay.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right?
So I got a Turbografx Mini for $140, which is very below the going rate for those.
Yeah.
Still bothers me.
Nice.
They retailed at $100, but this one is open box condition. It's got a noticeable scuff on the actual console. And for whatever reason, when it was returned, whoever repackaged it put the wrong controller back in. So it's the Turbografx 16 Mini, but it has a PC Engine controller. So it's the white and red and black controller, not the gray one.
Where did they get that controller from? Like a real one, or is that like the?
So if you want,
presumably it was some international like warehouse, and because they had the PC Engine version that they were selling in Japan. So
well, my understanding is that they only sold PC Engine controllers sepated. As far as
that could be it. So that's just what they had on hand to replace it.
Yeah, if you wanted a second controller and a multi-tap for your Turbografx Mini, it was only a PC Engine controller. That's what I think. I haven't seen any like original looking US controllers in the wild. Only the PC Engine ones. So,
I believe they call that the Turbo Tap, Dan.
Turbo Tap, yes.
Turbo Tap. Got to get the turbo branding in.
Got to tap that. Got to tap it.
But yeah, I'm glad to have that, and haven't played too. I mean, I just kind of went through played some Blazing Lasers, played some Bomberman. I fired up Kadash because I didn't even know what that was. It actually was kind of fun. I'll have to check that out later.
Sweet.
Blazing Lasers is so good.
We might have to revisit Turbografx land at some point in the near future, because now that you and I are both equipped with Turbografx Minis, it's going to be on. I'm really hype about playing more stuff on that system. I wish Snatcher was in English. That's my one gripe with the whole system, is I want to play Snatcher, but it's in Japanese, and you can't play that game without reading it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll hack it and get like a US patch in there or something.
I didn't realize that was on PC Engine.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, never came here.
So for me this week, I picked up a very, very clean looking, very minty copy of Yoshi's Story for the N64. It was not cheap, but I traded some stuff in at my local and I had some credits, so I picked it up because it was the cleanest copy of an N64 game that you'll ever see, like outside of a sealed game. It looked never played. Like the contacts were perfect. And that's a game that I've been missing, so there it is. That is now in the old N64 pile over here.
I believe Drew calls that game Yoshi's Story.
Oh, John, eat my ass.
Anyway, and I beat Skyward Sword.
Hey!
Yeah, so I finally...
Oh my gosh, you did it.
When did this game come out? Like 8 months ago?
I saw you playing the other day, and I thought the same thing. Like, good for this guy.
I gave birth.
He's finishing the game.
I finished Zelda games. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I only finished Zelda games. So when I played this game when it came out, I gave up. I did the thing that I do where I gave up at the third imprisoned battle. Because I tried it 4 times, and I said to myself, I'll just YouTube the ending because this is not worth it. This is a bad boss.
That's the one where you can't run around him, right? You used to be able to run just right around him, but now you have to fly over him.
Or you have to go down.
You have to use the Grusinator.
Yeah. You drop down, then come back up. And if you have to use the Grusinator halfway through that process, or he'll get back up. And he also climbs up, so it's even worse. But the Switch version with playing with the controller means that all of your sword swipes are way faster. It just makes the whole game a little bit easier using the controller. So I'm thankful for that. I was able to beat it. Probably one of my favorite Zelda stories. Skyward Sword Zelda is absolutely adorable, and just I'm obsessed. I love it. I love Skyward Sword.
That story might come back in Breath of the Wild too.
Oh,
I mean, it really seems like they're connected.
heavily implied. Yeah.
You did well to finish it in February. It's fresh on your mind now.
But I just think too that it gets a really bad rap because of the motion controls and because of some of the pacing issues. But in all honesty, like the dungeons, like especially like mild spoiler, the goddess statue, the goddess statue dungeon where it's kind of like the 9-piece puzzle and you move them around.
Love that.
Man, what a cool dungeon! You know?
I agree. That's awesome.
Just like every dungeon in here is at like goes at full, like, 0 to 60. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Even the non-dungeons are basically dungeons.
Like
that was kind of like one of the defining traits of that game.
Like the in-between
What are
dungeons.
the non-dungeons?
Well, just like the overworld, like when you drop into like the desert area or the woods, like there's all kinds of like mini dungeon puzzle things.
A really good example is the last time you go to the volcano, you're stripped of all your weapons and gear and you have to recollect it. Except now it's like a stealth mission.
I love that one.
Man, there's so many awesome sequences in this game and they get overlooked because of the motion controls. And I'm like, well, to play it on the frickin' Switch, idiot. Because
you're right. I mean, like, it was refreshing, especially after Breath of the Wild, to play dungeons. I did Link's Awakening, and that was like I think the only Zelda game that I played since. But like seeing dungeons is so like fulfilling because Breath of the Wild really lacked it. However, I would say my biggest gripe is that they kept sending you to the same areas over and over again, and by the end,
they got old.
It's just like it got old.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the missions where you have to get the little wisps before the guys get you is cool, but you have to do that 3 times, and then they send you back, and then there's like that fish aquarium level, and it's like, oh my god, like, okay, I'm over this now. That to me was my biggest gripe.
Yeah, it definitely has its issues. I think that the dungeon design more than makes up for it. Like, it was just a delight to get through those sections. But I think also that's an interesting point because Breath of the Wild in a lot of ways is the exact opposite of that, where like every turn you make is a totally new experience, so they kind of like they sacrificed dungeons for that experience of like experiencing a new thing every time you turn a corner or go into an area. I'm excited for Breath of the Wild 2. That's probably going to be the next Zelda I play. So
can't wait.
That's it. That's all the icebreakers. Let's jump into Prices Retro. If this is your first time playing Prices Retro, this is how we play. I'm going to list off 4 or 5 games, and you're going to guess how much these games are worth in total. We're all going to guess, and whoever is the closest to guessing wins that lot. We're going to go around the circle, and we're all going to have our own lists, and we're all going to guess. And then whoever wins the most lots at the end of the everybody saying their list wins the episode. We also have the ghost, Poltergeist, who always guesses 300. And if he wins, then we didn't even come up with what happens when he wins. He won.
He did win once.
He won once. And I can never think of like what thing we have to do. Like,
apparently nothing happens.
Nothing happens. We'll come up with something. A community member has to come up with it because I don't know. But that's basically how it's going to go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you guys share a list. So really it's just 3 lists.
We do.
I've also got a couple other games we can play once that is all done. So, Sam, why don't you go first this time?
All right. I have 4 games. And 1 second. We'll just go right to it. I have Just Cause for the PlayStation 2.
Nice.
Loose.
Wait.
Loose?
Oh my god. All right. We just talked about that game before. Okay.
Did we?
That is weird.
Just Dance for the Wii. Loose. Just Deal With It for the PlayStation 4, loose.
What
and
is that?
Just Die Already for the Xbox One, loose.
I'm gonna suck at this game. I'll tell you that.
Dude,
much.
I don't know what half these are. What in the world?
Drew and I have to guess. Can we guess separately or should we guess together?
Your team gets one guess. You can maybe discuss between yourselves.
You can discuss between yourselves. I'm going to guess $40.
I think we should go higher than that, Drew. I think we can take this. I mean, we could go $40.01 and just win this outright. I was going to guess 80.
What if it's $39?
It's not going to be. It's going to be more than 40.
Okay. I'll go with 80. That's fine. I mean, you made it seem like my guess was terrible, John. I said 78. And like, we should go higher. I mean, it wasn't that bad.
But if we get 78, we could lose, right? It's the closest, right? You can't go over.
You can go over.
Right?
You can go over. It's just who's closest.
It's just difference.
Yeah.
I'm still going to say Drew and I are going to guess $40.01. What? Drew, do you want to win or not?
Let's like that strategy. I like it. We got to come on and win.
Wow. All right. Go ahead, Sam.
All right. Well, that is the winning strategy, actually, because the total is $41.97.
What?
What a strategy,
bro!
Drew, hang on. We're going to the moon.
Woohoo!
I don't even believe.
What? Great guess, though, Dan. Great guess, because we wouldn't have pity bats off you.
Ridiculous. I was doing you guys a favor. I was like, I'll throw these guys a bone and I'll go first. You're going first next time, jerks.
What was the most expensive game of that list?
Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to
just list them all off.
So I gotta
list them all off there, Sam. Oh yeah, he's doing the the spreadsheet where we keep track of score.
Just cause.
Okay. So total, Just Cause, PlayStation 2 loose $6.15. Just Dance for the Wii loose $6.28. Just Deal With It for the PlayStation 4 $9.57. And Just Die Already for the Xbox One $19.97.
Wow.
The Xbox One game is the most expensive.
Wow.
I'm mad. I'm so bad about. I'm pissed off. That's so stupid. I hate you guys. Get off my show. Oh man. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go next. I'll go next. So I have a theme. You guys can guess the theme if you want to. That'd be a fun little extra game. We have Bloody Roar Primal Fury for the GameCube, complete in box. Load Runner for the NES, complete in box. Star Soldier for the NES, complete in box. And Bomberman 64 Second Attack for the N64, complete in box.
I swear I have Star Soldier complete in box. Where is it?
Look at the price tag.
That's not gonna tell us how much it costs, John.
No, but it's cool to, I appreciate it.
The brag.
It's not an expensive game. There's my clue.
Dang it. I was going to sell it. Wait, I missed the last one. What was the last game?
Okay, I'll read them off again. Bloody Roar Primal Fury for the GameCube, complete in box. Load Runner for the NES, complete in box. Star Soldier for the NES, complete in box. And Bomberman 64 Second Attack for the N64, complete in box.
Come on, it's N64 and GameCube, Drew. You got this.
Come on, dude.
I'm not a collector,
You got to throw a number out there.
I messaged you my guess, John. Complete in box, right? I don't imagine that adds a little bit of extra. These aren't new and sealed, though, right, Dan? These
just the box and the manual. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I know there's an expensive Bomberman game for the N64, but I don't remember that one. But I don't know how many Bomberman games they were because I don't care about N64.
We know.
That's fair.
Star Soldier probably is not that much, but NES games they still have a complete game, still have a minimum value. So I would say like 30, 40 maybe for the NES one. I have no idea on the other ones.
I gave you my guess in chat. Do you want to go higher or lower?
You gave me 3 numbers.
Oh, no, just take the last one.
I like the theme.
The team dynamic here is very divisive.
I would go higher. I would go higher than that. I would go much higher. I'd go higher than all of those. Go with the middle number.
Okay. So we're doing 269.
Yeah.
269. Nice.
And 69 cents.
269
Yes.
and 69 cents. Okay.
Yes. Make sure you get that in there.
All right. Sam, what you got for me?
Well, I think they do need to go higher. So I'm going to say 550.
And 69 cents.
And we're going to do 69 cents.
Sure.
That's just going to be.
If that lost it.
Sorry, what was your guess?
No, it's
again?
gonna help us.
I just realized I didn't copy it down.
Their guess was 269 and 69 cents.
269.69. Gotcha.
So actual retail price is $658.29
Get the fuck out of here.
because Bomberman 64 Second Attack is a $486
John,
game.
Knew it.
Come on.
I knew it. I told.
See? Take that out of there. We're about 269.
What was the total again? Sorry.
The total
Let's
was
see if I have the
$658.29. Bloody Roar Primal Fury for the GameCube complete in box is $43.78. Load Runner for the NES is $100 even. Star Soldier for the NES complete in box is $28.46. And Bomberman 64 Second Attack is $486.05 complete in box.
It killed us.
Okay, yeah. So I was just low on that. I figured I remembered it was high. I thought it was like 300, 350.
I mean, complete in box, you might as well add an extra hundo to every game almost.
Yeah.
You know, depending on the console and the condition.
I usually say more like double. If it's a cartridge game, double whatever you think the loose price is.
Yeah, usually. So, okay, that's one for John Drew, one for Sam.
I'll split it. I did not have Star Soldier. I had Sky Shark.
Oh, Sky Shark's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Sky Shark. Do you have Bomberman 64 Second Attack?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
All right.
I only have like 8 N64 games left.
It's a shame.
We don't play it here.
Disgrace.
Sorry.
It's fine.
All right. Are you guys ready for our list?
All right, let's do it.
All right. See if you can detect.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
What was your theme?
My theme is these are all games that were published by Bandai Namco.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bloody Roar
Never would've
surprised me.
All right. Ours is a little subtle.
Nope, sorry. Hudson Soft, not Bandai Namco.
Oh, okay.
Because Hudson Soft developed Mario Party. That was my...
Yeah, I was going to say
Reasoned it.
Bomberman. That's Hudson.
Yep. I don't want to be actually. Go ahead, John and Drew.
All right. First game. These are all complete inbox. First game, Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. Second game, Custer's Revenge for the Atari 2600. Third, one of my favorite games of all time,
So,
Dead or Alive Extreme
you said
Beach Volleyball.
You said these are all complete in box, right?
All complete in box.
All right.
Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball for the Xbox. And Leisure Suit Larry and the Land of the Lounge Lizards for PC. That is the original Leisure Suit Larry.
Dang. I was doing well until that last one. Shoot.
Now, when Sam has a point and we have
I
a
believe
point.
I have to go first.
I don't have any
Sam-
points.
I haven't
Yes,
gone
sir.
first yet.
I don't have any points yet. Nothing on the board.
Can you read the list again? I'm sorry. I'm still...
Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. Custer's Revenge for the Atari 2600. Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball for Xbox. Leisure Suit Larry and the Land of the Lounge Lizards for PC.
Great name. Great name.
It's a good one.
I'm just going to say 400.
And 69 cents.
Sure.
469
69 cents.
All right. I'm going to go out on a limb here. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm going to go 769 cents. $700.
And Sam, what was your guess?
69 cents.
400? What'd you say?
469 cents.
And you said 700.
$700.69.
Dan,
just don't
you
know
are
about
the
custard.
winner.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is $579.88. We can round that down to $569.69.
I almost dropped it to 500, but I was like, no, I'm going to stay strong. I trust my gut.
Did anyone guess what the big ticket game is in there?
I know Conqueror is pretty high, but I'm not sure if Leisure Suit is like.
I would have guessed Custer's Revenge.
Is that one high?
It is. Conquer is the big one.
That's one that like people were like pulling from shelves because it was so.
Oh, okay.
Custer or Conquer? Because either one.
Yeah, they're both right.
Conquer.
They were prepared for Conquer.
Yeah. Custer's Revenge came during like when games weren't like licensed, and yeah, I was a little kid around that time. Conquer was definitely more mainstream. I feel like maybe Custer's Revenge and definitely Leisure Suit Larry are actually worth more, but this list kind of put them at that.
What are their prices?
Custer's Revenge is $182.50.
Mm-hmm.
Leisure Suit Larry is marked at $82.28. Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball is $11.52, and Conquer's Bad Fur Day was $303.58.
82 is high for a PC game. PC games generally don't have.
Yeah,
there just
that's true.
isn't a collector market for them.
I think it depends. You're absolutely right. Plus, shipping them is a real pain. But some of these old Sierra games are classics too, and I've actually wanted that one for a while. I wanted the original King's Quest for a while, the silver boxed one. Some of those can be pretty expensive, but overall they're not.
Well, especially those like big boxes that they started to put all kinds of extra goodies in too.
Mm-hmm.
But
A lot of the LucasArts games, the early ones, are a little more expensive, but yeah, you're right overall.
I mean, you can't play. The discs are all like kind of dead for the most part, and most people don't have machines to play them.
Correct. Yeah, that's the problem.
The manuals and the box art and just some of these games are just classic nostalgia. So.
Well, gentlemen, we have a tie on our hands, a three-way tie.
Three-way.
Yeah, three-way. We did it on our episode 69. We did a three-way. Sam, do you have the ability to tie break us?
Ooh.
How we tie break is we go by the score, like how close you were to your price.
Ooh.
Difference. My column is a little bit.
Well, we were only off by like $1, weren't we?
I think you guys took it because you guys were off by like exactly 99 cents.
Well, we would go off of total difference.
But you guessed
not just
twice.
the ones you won, but total difference on all of them.
That's right. You guessed twice.
If
If you don't have it, then we can look it up later. Because
in that case, it goes to Dan.
Oh, Dan's gonna steal this one.
Yeah, I'm seeing your total difference at 122.77 because both of you guys were really close on my lot.
Woo.
It was only a difference of 1 cent there.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys were at.
That's true. Yeah,
you guys' total difference is 390.56. And mine is a little bit messed up here, but it should be. I would be in third place.
I think the takeaway here is that we came on and beat your system.
You broke my system. Your 1 cent bullshit. All right. Well, congrats to me, I guess.
Winning your own game, Dan.
That's bananas that you guys got 99 cents. Crazy.
Woo.
So we also have another game we're going to play called Spot the Fake. Our good buddy and one of our community staples, Flightsy, gave us a list of games, and they're all real. He tells me they're all fan games. So there's a caveat for you, but one of them is fake. I don't know what they are. They're all spoiler blocked for me. So I'm going to read them off, and we're going to try to decide which of these games are real.
So these are like homebrew, right?
These are homebrew. Yeah, other developers made them.
I thought we were doing like fake versus real boobies or something. I was like, I got this.
In gaming, like, aren't they all fake? Okay, here's the list of fan games. These are all real except one. You have to guess the fake one. We have Elsa Jack College Kissing Game, Pregnant
real.
Doc McStuffins ironing clothes.
Pregnant Doc McStuffins. Okay.
Pregnant Tinkerbell toenail clipping. Pregnant Rapunzel neck surgery.
Why are they all pregnant? I don't.
Eliza's zombie baby is number 5. Those are the 5 games.
What was the first one?
I'll read them off again. Eliza,
Okay.
Elsa, not Eliza. What the heck? Elsa Jack college kissing game. Pregnant Doc McStuffins ironing clothes. Pregnant Tinkerbell toenail clipping. Pregnant Rapunzel neck surgery. And Elsa's zombie baby.
Oh my God. All right. I'm going with pregnant Tinkerbell toenail clipping.
Damn it, that was my guess. So that's my guess because I think it's a game, but I don't think she's pregnant. I think he added the pregnant part.
What? Oh, wow.
I
Going
think
even deeper.
I get that one, but like, see, the Rapunzel neck surgery thing makes sense because like the hair, like the neck, like the weight of it, and then I don't actually. It might be Doc McStuffins ironing clothes because I don't see a connection there.
But I can see ironing clothes as a video game.
It's for the Wii, you know. You just kind of wave your hand back and forth. Oh gosh, Sam, any thoughts?
No.
Nada.
No
Okay.
thoughts.
Just no guess. Okay. Drew,
Mind is blown.
Drew, what about you?
I gotta go Tinkerbell. I hate to agree with my partner, but I'm going Tinkerbell.
All right, Tinkerbell.
I'm gonna hate to agree with me.
Now I'm gonna go Tinkerbell too. We're gonna be a team on this. Okay, it's us.
All
Versus,
right.
It's us versus Flightsy. Let's do it. So, the actual fake game is Pregnant Tinkerbell.
Yes,
We did it.
destroyed
I
it.
told you that.
He says, honestly, I had a hard time coming up with it, and I wouldn't be surprised if you guys guessed it. I got all of the real games from here, and then he has a website, thegamer.com. 15 cringiest Disney knockoff games.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there was too many pregnant games.
Too
One
many.
of those had to be the fake one.
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
I agree.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Like, people are weird about their characters being
Somebody will make
pregnant.
Someone listening to the show right now is feverishly making it.
Wow.
That's a great idea for a game.
Wow. Way to go. Way to go, Flightsy,
could
for
do
giving
that.
them the idea. It's your fault. We have another game from our community member named, his name is the Ambassitor, and he has a game called Explain Games Horribly. So
Ooh.
I'm going to give you, they're all spoiler tags, so I don't know what they are, but I'm going to like read the description of a game, a horribly described game, and we're all going to guess what the game actually is. These are usually pretty fun. So here we go. Game number 1 is a tiny Jason Statham or Vin Diesel gives himself concessions to defeat his enemies. Concussions to defeat his enemies.
Gives himself concussion.
Oh.
Is it bonk?
It's bonk.
Yeah.
It's gotta
Bonk's
be bonk.
Adventure.
Gotta be bonk. All right, here's game number 2. The only man to use a whip and dress in leather, but not get an M rating for sexuality.
Castlevania?
Yeah, or Indiana Jones.
I would say probably Castlevania because Indiana Jones.
Montezuma's Revenge?
He usually goes pretty broad with his game titles, and Indiana Jones isn't like known for any particular video game. I'm gonna
The
go
arcade game
Castlevania.
is so good, though. Come
That's
on,
true.
Indiana
That's true.
Jones.
I just kind of know how he plays these games, so I think
Yeah.
Castlevania is right.
Probably Castlevania.
Game 3, a 15-hour plus adventure where a kid in board shorts plays a more complex version of water polo as a hobby.
Board
TC
short?
Surf Design?
What? TNC Surf Design? I'll read it. I'm going to read it again.
Read it again.
A 15-hour plus adventure where a kid in board shorts plays a more complex version of water polo as a hobby.
More complex version.
Water polo.
Water polo.
That's not like Star Tropics, is it?
Water
I
polo?
don't get the
though?
water polo.
The
Is it-
water polo's throwing me off.
Yeah. Is it like a wave race or something?
Does Ness wear board shorts? What does he wear? from Earthbound?
Yeah, but the water polo.
Shorts.
The water polo?
Shorts. There's no water
I don't know,
polo.
I'm just thinking of an adventure game.
What would be a more complex version of water polo? Like,
that's the thing. Yeah, I mean,
water polo is pretty complicated.
I don't think I could do it. I give those people credit.
I don't know. I give up on that one. We're just got to see the answer. He has one more. We've got Konami dropped acid while watching a lint roller pick up bigger and bigger items.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's Katamari Damacy.
Gotta be Katamari Damacy. All right. Do you guys want to take a guess at number 3 before we reveal the answers?
What is the water polo? Come on. Would that be the whole game, water polo? Or are we thinking maybe it's just like a level or a small part
Yeah, I know
of
that's
another game?
This is a 15-hour plus adventure. So maybe Star Tropics?
It's oddly.
Yeah.
Or
where in Star Tropics is the water polo?
it's if it's it's very very complex for water polo. It has nothing to do with water polo. I'm just saying, like, it's sometimes you are on a boat and it is very complex. So Star Tropics is the only thing I think of when I see this. So let's see the answers. We've got game number 1 is Box Adventure. Game number 2 is Castlevania. Game number 3 is Final Fantasy X.
No, I never had a chance. No.
Okay. Yeah,
Never played it.
Ball.
Oh, there's like a game
see it
in
now.
the game. I've never played it. And he's 15. He looks way older than that. But who am I? Who am I to judge? And of course, Katamari Damacy. Thank you, Ambassitor. Fantastic as always. You stumped us on one, which doesn't usually happen. Usually we're able to throw those on. I've got.
He should call these the Ambassador Program.
The Ambassador Program. I love it. I've got one more game for you. This game is called Blank-o-pedia, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read.
Wait, what did you just say?
I have one more game for you.
Blank-o-pedia?
Blank-o-pedia.
It's just for you.
What I'm going
just for me?
What I'm going to do. It's not. It's for everyone. I'm going to read. Shut up. I'm going to read the description of a Wikipedia page for a video game. With that, I'm going to blank out the name of the game anytime it's mentioned, and you're going to have to guess what the game is. And as soon as you think you know it, you just yell it out. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
And we're playing Blank-o-pedia.
Blank-o-pedia is what the game's called. That's what I named it. I don't care what you think of the name.
A great name.
Thank you. Shut up. Ready? Blank.
I don't think Dan gets it.
Blank. No. Oh gosh. Am I missing something?
My last name
is Blanco.
Blanco.
Oh, freaking idiot. Of course. It's called Blank-o-pedia just for you. Wow.
Blank-o-pedia.
What a nincompoop I am. Anyway, let's play Blank-o-pedia. Blank is a 1998 platform game and the second installment in the Blank video game series. Released in 1998 and 1999 for the PlayStation, N64, and Microsoft Windows, and Game Boy Color. Its protagonist, Blank, is a TV binging, wisecracking gecko. Is voiced by
Gex.
Oh, we got two of you at the same time.
I'd say it was a tie.
Yeah, definitely a tie.
But the game's named after me. So
no, you lose.
Yeah. Automatically. I have one more of those.
I never played Gex.
It's
Wasn't it on? It was on 3DO. Was it not?
Okay, so
I think it was on 3DO.
the game was actually Gex Enter the Gecko, which is the second game, which is not.
Yeah, I don't think I would have actually gotten that.
But I gave it to you. because
I would have guessed Gex 2.
I would have said Gex 2.
And actually,
second one.
Actually, on the N64, it's not even. It's just Gex 64 because that's what they did.
My gosh.
All right, here's our second Blank-o-pedia. Blank, originally released as Hitler's Resurrection Top Secret.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Nope.
No?
Oh, no.
You lose.
You can guess again. Unless, Drew, do you have a guess?
No, okay. I suck at these types of things.
In Japan, it's known as Hitler's Resurrection Top Secret in Japan, is a platform game released by Capcom for the Family Computer and Nintendo Entertainment Systems in 1988. It's based on the 1987 arcade game.
Is it Bionic Commando?
Oh,
Yeah.
what? That was a Hitler game?
What? How did you know, Sam?
Capcom got me thinking on the right track. I don't think I would have. I was like, what did Capcom do that could possibly? Like, I really did narrow it down. I was like, Capcom, NES.
That
I was like, there was Hitler in Bionic Commando, right?
I took a risk because I didn't know.
Not in the American version.
Like, this Wikipedia article blew me away when I read that, and that was the kind of thing where like either somebody's gonna just know that and get it right away, or it's gonna be the weirdest game we've played of Blank-o-pedia. Guys, that's all the games I have. We're going to jump into our show topic now, but if you want to check out some stats from our season 1 of The Price is Retro, you can go to retrologic.games/retrologic-podcast, or just go up to the top and hit the podcast tab. And there we have like who won the most games, what games were mentioned the most, like the biggest loser, the smallest winner, all that kind of stuff. It's really interesting and funny and fun. So go check it out. We're going to do our show topic and take a little break. And when we come back, well, I just said what we're going to do when we come back because I'm a fucking idiot sometimes. So just go take a break and we'll be right back. And we're back. We're going to talk about Mario Party because I thought, you know what? Episode 69, it's our inaugural Retrologic After Dark episode. What's the most appropriate video game?
I don't know where this is going.
Obviously, Mario Party. How can we make this dirty? That's my question.
Was there a 69ing Mario Party minigame?
I looked up. Listen, I tried to look up and was going to get the 69th minigame of every Mario Party, but they don't label them that way. I made the effort, Dan. It doesn't exist.
Well, I appreciate the effort.
Yes.
Why don't we just talk about how, our first time playing Mario Party and which one it was and, our thoughts and all that stuff. Why don't we start with you, Drew, since you were going to give me the 69th Mario Party game.
Well, I mean, memories, it's funny. I went through, I did some research. I actually looked at all the games. I'm a huge Mario Party fan, first of all. I've played every game. I've owned every game all the way back to the first one. And the first one, I mean, we all have the memories of the joystick, right? And the blister in the palm of your hand. But here's a fun fact. Did you know that if you contacted Nintendo would actually give you what they called a gaming glove to avoid lawsuits, that you could get a gaming glove from Nintendo to wear.
Wow.
Now, if you look it up, though, you'll find that they say this, but it's interesting. You can't find pictures of it because people say it was probably just a typical glove and it wasn't like a Nintendo branded glove.
Really?
Like never a latex glove or something.
Yeah, it was probably something simple.
Oh, interesting.
Imagine having your buddies over, like we're gonna play Mario Party. Hold on, let me get my glove. Like it just seems like a little, you talk about dirty and stuff. I mean, you could get raunchy there.
How interesting! Because I was wondering, because I'm here on eBay and I'm looking up like Mario Party gamer glove, whatever, and
probably just find the power glove and stuff.
Nothing. Yeah, there's nothing about it anywhere here. So it wasn't branded or anything at all. It was just like, here's a glove.
Yeah. You could go on the deep dark web to find that stuff.
So I could just put any glove on eBay and say, here's the glove, and nobody would be able to question me.
You probably could.
Yeah.
You probably could put it for like $100.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, I just happen to have 30 of them.
The RetroLogic game store is back.
Yes.
We have the only stock of the gamer glove.
Charge
$50.
My commission would be 69%. But that's my original memory. If you want to go around the horn, that's fine. But I have plenty of notes for every Mario Party game, Dan, if you want to go there.
Oh man, you're like way more prepared than I am. Why don't you just run this section? Because I'll do. How about this? I'll do a rapid fire
of a favorite memory or how to remember each Mario Party game by. And I'm not going to do the handhelds because, let's be honest, I didn't do the handhelds because
That's fine.
Good,
Go
right?
for it. Yeah, I love
I'm
it.
Start off telling you, there's 17 Mario Party games. I bet you John didn't know that. And they've made 65 million, not dollars. They've sold 65 million copies overall.
Wow.
All right, I gave you my number one hint. Number 2, Mario Party 2. This was the game that you had themes when you dressed up as different things. If you remember, the best part about this game was there's a single player mode that was a mini game coaster, they called it. And it was World 1, World 2, World 3, and you only had 3 lives. You had to play every single mini game. If you died 3 times or didn't win 3 times, you had to start all the way back over. It was amazing. It was epic. Mario Party 3, still on the N64, was dual mode, right? Remember the dual mode? It was 1v1 versus a computer. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Duels. Moving on to the GameCube, number 4. That's when they introduced Mario Party themes. The really cool part about this game was their story mode as well, though, is each character had a house. I remember the Donkey Kong one. And you had a Donkey Kong house. You had to beat each map. Every map that you beat, you got a present. You open to the present, and it was a Donkey Kong themed item. You'd have like a Donkey Kong bed, and then you would get like a lamp, and then you would get a banana phone. And each character had their own themes, which was just so much fun to explore. And like, what's the present going to be? Loved that one.
That was the last Mario Party where Donkey Kong was a playable character until 8
a long time.
Or 9.
Yeah.
It's so weird that they benched him like that.
Weird,
Stupid.
huh?
Like, how are you gonna have Mario Party no Donkey Kong? Get out of here.
Agreed.
Make him a space character, my ass.
Mario Party 5 was interesting because they introduced what they called capsules, and they had what they called miracle capsules, which were very difficult to get. And you had to get 3 miracle capsules and something magical would happen. Big advertisement.
What are you saying? Miracle?
Miracle.
Miracle.
Like Miracle Whip.
That's
Miracle capsule.
Miracle. Drew, we have to talk about.
You got to move up to New England. You got to. Dan gets it. Dan speaks my language.
No, I don't. I say miracle. So don't even talk to me about it.
Okay. Anyways, you had to get all 3 of these things, and me and my buddies used to spend hours and hours playing 50-turn games to try to get them. Well, one day we fucking did it, and let me tell you, this is the biggest letdown of video game history, because you know what happens if you get all 3 miracle capsules?
You get a gaming glove.
No, all the stars from the first place person goes to the last place person. That's it. It's stupid. And
not even to you? Like, not to the person who...
No, you could be in second or third place, just did nothing for you.
Or first place and lose all your stuff.
Yeah, what the heck?
If you were in first place, nothing would happen. That was even worse. All right, let's move on. I did a rapid fire here. Number 6, GameCube. They introduced the microphone, John. That's it.
I remember this for Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Epic.
It's kind of
Mario
fun.
Party 7. I don't know what the hell they were thinking here. They introduced 8-player mode. And you're saying, how the fuck did they do 8 players on GameCube? Well, that's right. 2 people were supposed to share one controller, the left hand and the right hand, and you were supposed to play that way.
What?
God, I don't know who wrote this stuff, but that was what you were supposed to do, 8-player mode.
I kind of want
that. That'd be fun at a party, actually. Like,
yeah,
that
it would be fun.
That actually would be legit fun. That's in 7.
That was 7. Yes,
I think I have 7. I might try that. That's find 7 people to play Mario Party.
Yeah,
with.
right.
Fun fact: when they released 7, they did a promotional thing, and they did a web browser game called Bowser's Lair Hockey, and it was a web-based game on the Nintendo website to promote Mario Party 7. Mario Party 8. This is now for the Wii. They had the Wii motion controls, kind of very WarioWare feel. They also introduced the linear maps where you kind of had to go from a start point to the end point to get the stars. Kind of a cool concept. I remember that they had like the train, they had the pirate area. Not bad. Also, number 8, they had a little controversy because KMET uses the word spastic. And the UK actually pulled it off the shelves because they said, hey, that's very inappropriate. So they took it back, they put a patch in, and they changed the word from spastic. You know what it was? erratic.
Astic.
And I'm not sure that much is that much better.
Erratic?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's a fun fact. Weird Al's Word Crimes song that came out. They were talking about have you heard Word Crimes, the parody of
Yep.
I can't remember the original because Word Crimes is better. But he was getting interviewed and he actually said he regretted that he used the word spastic. He uses the word spastic in that song and he regrets that. So that's interesting. I didn't know that about KMEX dialogue.
Yeah.
Obviously they couldn't really fix it so well on the Wii, right? I mean, not everyone had internet on the Wii, but yeah, that's really interesting. That word does have some negative connotations.
So up until this point, Drew, in your history, there's a Mario Party game released, except for 2006, every year since 99 to 2007, except for 06. And then there's a 5-year gap.
Well,
For the Switch.
what happened?
No,
Well, they had a developer change. I forget where in there, right around
And they
there.
made Me Party.
They made the Me Party. Yep.
So what happened was a lot of developers from Hudson Soft left
That's right.
Hudson and created ND Cube or something. Forget the name of the developer, but ND Cube made Wii Party, which is like Mario Party 8.5, if you want to call it that. And then they had to find a new developer for Mario Party 9.
And that's where they came in and destroyed it.
Right.
Nintendo didn't develop this first party?
Nintendo didn't develop any of the Mario parties. It was always Hudson Soft.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then so number 9 came in. They did this ride vehicle system when you had to collect fucking mini stars. Yeah, it went to shit. And then number 10 came along.
I enjoyed Mario Party 9 and 10.
Oh,
I won't
nobody.
defend them. They're by no means the best, but I mean, I had fun playing them.
Well, 10 introduced the amiibo mode, which was, again, you stand your amiibo, it would open up this new map, and it was kind of like a solo.
And the Bowser mode was actually pretty cool, too.
Bowser mode,
yep. That was Bowser and chase everybody else.
Which is the one with the big car? Was that 9 or 10?
Both. Technically.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Oh,
Main
weird.
mode in both used that.
Okay, sorry.
Because you didn't move independently.
No. And you had mini stars because you had to have a way to collect mini stars. It wasn't
you had to win.
So ND Cube, who's made up of designers from Hudson Soft, has been developing Mario Party games since Hudson Soft is no longer around, since Mario Party 9. So it still was ND Cube. I just don't know why they fucked up for 9 and 10.
Not to Sam, they didn't.
But they've been making them ever since. So
correct. I mean, after that, there's not much. That was the Wii U was number 10. And then with the Switch, they kind of dropped the numbers, right? We got the Super Mario Party, which was a great game. Awesome graphics. Felt empty, though, right? Wasn't a ton of, boards and features, but it was well done.
I liked it, but we were shocked that they didn't really put any extra content. They never did.
It was very polished.
It was very polished, and it was fun. And then they had the raft thing, which was fun a couple of times. And then they did a patch like 3 years later to do like online stuff with it.
Online multiplayer.
But they never gave it a new course because I remember at the time people saying this is practice for another one that's coming out. They were adding online mode because they were going to come out with a new one, and then they did. They came out with the next one.
The Superstars, which if you guys haven't played, is absolutely fantastic. Such a throwback to the older ones. Love it. We've played in the community with our community guys. We played online. I played a couple games online. It's great. You can actually, if you're ever afraid of like, well, man, I don't know if I have an hour or 2 hours to play a game, you can actually save an online session and have your friends come back and say, we're going to continue it tomorrow night or next week, and everything saves. They've done an amazing job with this game. It's really done. It's a direct throwback to all the mini games and everything. I really hope, and I do predict that we will see additional DLC for this, and I think they should.
that's awesome.
So I have not played this game. I do not own this game. I'm not a huge Mario Party fan. But I heard that there were like these little accomplishment things at the end of the game, and one of them was who hit the stamp button or something the most times. And so this has led to, when you're playing an online game, especially with randos, that people are just spamming the little stamp. Is that right? The stamp button?
So a stamp is like, think of it as like an emoji or something. It's like good job or like you suck. But it's I don't remember getting like a mini star or I don't.
You can get awarded a star. You can get awarded a star at the end. It's not every time because they're random, and there will be people that just spam it the whole game and make it like
quite a bit. I've never seen that, but maybe I don't know. I've never.
Hopefully they took it out. That's what I was going to ask: is did they take that out?
Maybe they took it out for online.
Maybe, and there's different settings too, right? You can choose what the minigame stars. You can do like the classic mode where it's always the same ones, like coins minigame and other stuff, and then you can do the random ones where it's like you said, land on the most blue spaces or whoever traveled the furthest, etc. So the game has so much customization. Another thing I love about this game is when I play with my kids, we might say we're going to play a 20-turn game, and then at turn 10, we're like, oh my God, my kids are beat. You can change the number of turns mid-game. So you can now change it to 10 turns, or you can increase it to 25 turns if you guys are having fun and you want to keep playing. So there's so many cool customizable features in this game.
Great way to cheat, yeah. Are there miracles in this game?
There's no miracles. No miracles.
How about miracles?
None of those either. Nope.
Nice, awesome.
That's it. That's all I got for my my breakdown.
Good deal. Well, I've got a couple of stats here. Namely that so the highest rated Mario Party game, according to the internet, is the first one. Nope, first one. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it was fresh and new. I loved playing the first one, and then it's just repetition over and over again. So it makes sense.
Wait, guys, I'm wrong. Hold up.
I'm telling you, I thought it was Superstars.
That totally makes no sense. There's no way the first one was
the first one.
From what you copied in, it's Superstars.
Yeah, the first one is the
Superstars.
second. The first one is the second highest rated. It's at a 79 or 78%. Superstars is the highest rated for sure. Yeah, at 80.
It's because all these people came back nostalgia and say all these games remind me of the old school games. This game's great.
So how did it differ from like Super Mario Party? Is it really like brought back the old games?
It's every mini game is a throwback from one of the original Mario parties, and they remastered them. Even the boards, John, are the same boards from previous games.
Superstars is a remaster.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I just thought Super Mario Party was like really nice looking, and it was kind of a return. It was pretty good, but I just haven't played Superstars. So.
Yeah, Superstars is just what Top 100 should have been on the 3DS.
That's a good point.
Ago.
But then, after that, it's Mario Party 2 and Superstars, and Super Mario Party and Mario Party 9, which was very highly rated.
Crazy.
And then Mario Party 6, and then 4, and then it just goes down. Like all the handheld ones, except for Mario Party DS, are rated pretty low. So my thing with Mario Party is that after the GameCube, I didn't have any friends, so I played everything up through like 5 and 6, and it was really sad because I couldn't be Donkey Kong, and I was like, I don't want to play a game where I can't be Donkey Kong. It's my guy.
That's fair. I agree with that.
Why bother? And I
never even played the GameCube ones.
I haven't even played any of the new ones. I haven't picked them up just because like they're not. Well,
you can't beat Donkey Kong in the newest one, Superstars, Dan.
Yes. Okay, I'll pick it up just for that.
And Waluigi.
3 was my jam. That was
3 was
1
awesome.
and I had 3. And that was when, my brothers would still play with me all the time. The GameCube days, they never really like completely fell away from video games, but they definitely lost some interest in Nintendo. I was the only one who really played our GameCube much. So Mario Party and most multiplayer games just kind of fell off when they were current anyway.
Yeah. What about you, Blanco?
I was a big fan of the early Mario parties, and then I just kind of the repetition of it. I was like, all right. And then, like you said, you start getting older, you don't have people to play with. I stopped buying them, I think, after 10. The one on Wii U. Is that 10 or 9 or 10? The one with the car.
That was 10. That was 10.
And it's like I played it one time and then that was it. And then I was kind of done with it. I bought the one for 3DS. It's still sealed. And then we bought Super Mario Party. I was just really into playing Super Mario Party, and I played a lot of the Raft game and stuff, but didn't play it too much. And so I just gave up. I was like, Superstars looks like it could be fun, but it's not a party game for me. And I'm kind of done with the series now.
I would play it for sure if I had a couple hours and a couple friends and we were all into it. It just that scenario just doesn't happen in my life. Like, yeah. I have an hour here, 15 minutes there, 30 minutes here and there, and that, that's what I get. So Mario Party is just not something that I'm going to play.
We'll bring it to DadCon.
Well, it's kind of surprising I'm not more into Mario Party. Like as many other games as I've gotten obsessed with that are board game video games, like Dokapon Kingdom and Top Shop and Fortune Street and Cold Sept and all that. It's like I've played like 5 different Mario Parties.
It's your genre, man.
I own like 3, but
isn't Mario Party though essentially, it's sort of like the Smash of games. Like it's not meant to be competitive. It's more meant to be chaotic.
Right. Yeah. It's meant to be just fun.
Well, and that's a trait with a lot of those other games too. It's very chance based.
Oh, okay.
Mario Party is a bit different. I'm surprised fewer games have imitated that formula to the point of putting in mini games.
We have Sonic Shuffle, and we have Pac-Man Fever. What else is there that's imitated the Mario Party? I guess. Yeah,
but even like something like Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. I mean, that's what like people were saying about that is like, this is like Mario Party, but it doesn't have mini games and it's not fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the highest selling Mario Party game to date. Have you guys looked at the notes already? Or do you want to guess?
The highest selling?
Highest selling.
I believe, I didn't look at the notes, but I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
What is it?
Is it the first one on Wii?
I think it's the first Switch one, Super Mario Party.
Super Mario Party. As far as we know right now, we don't have all the sales numbers for Mario Party Superstar, but as of December 31st, Superstar sold 5.4 million and Super Mario Party sold 16.8 million as of December 31st.
Switch effect.
It's had more time. It's the Switch effect. Actually, Mario Party DS is the second best selling at 9.31 million. And then it's both the Wii games. Drew,
it's just a byproduct of how many consoles, right? I mean, those 3 games are the 3 biggest selling Nintendo consoles.
Yeah,
too,
Switch, DS, and Wii. So there you go.
Yep. Yeah, and Switch is above the Wii. I forgot that.
Yeah,
yeah. And then after that, it goes, drops down to like 2 million or less on the 3DS, and then N64 ones didn't. I mean, they barely broke 2 million, 2.7, 2.4 million. And then they just go down from there.
Was that good bet then? And I don't know the rhetorical question, but
N64 didn't sell well. Neither did the GameCube.
That's my point.
Yeah,
so
they didn't.
Was 2 million decent?
I don't
know.
Yeah, Adam. Mario 64. No, wait. Okay, now my head's broken. Mario 64 sold 11.9 million.
But that came with the console?
No.
Didn't it?
No, it didn't. But it may as well have.
A launch game?
Mm-hmm.
Who bought
and it's actually funny that sold more than any one game on the PS1. So that's a fun stat for you.
Even Vigilante.
Yeah, exactly. Vigilante.
Vigilante.
Good deal. Well, thanks for talking Mario Party with us, guys.
Yeah.
That was a nice short little chat. Thanks, Drew, for heading it up because I didn't know what we were going to talk about.
Hey, I love Mario Party.
But you know what? The community has some stuff for us to talk about, and it's going to get potentially real raunchy up at this next point. So we're going to take a break, take a breather, and when we come back, community questions galore from you guys. So stay tuned. Welcome back. We are on the community couch with John and with Drew and with Sam, and you guys have launched at us just a plethora of questions. So we're going to do these lightning style. So I'm going to ask the question, and it's just going to be like boom, 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 boom. And if we want to chat about it a little bit, we can. But I'm not gonna hold us to a long conversation about any one question. You guys ready?
Do it.
Do this.
Okay. First question from Frosticles, good old Frosticles. Still probably my favorite name, screen name.
I sometimes like to pronounce it Frosticles. Does anybody else do that?
No.
I don't know why.
You pronounce
I do.
shit weird.
All I
do.
think of is frosty testicles. That's all I think of.
Dan, I'm not gonna lie, I'm on board there. I kind of was.
That's
thinking
it.
that myself.
That's what it is. He's frosty testicles. Okay, he says, what the hell is NSFW?
What are you living on a rock?
What is NSFW?
He doesn't know. He didn't know what it was.
Oh, Frost. Oh, wait, he's from the UK.
Yeah, but
Yeah, maybe
so they don't have
that's a
NSFW.
worldwide
Come on.
acronym, isn't it?
Also, his
Not
name,
safe
his screen name is.
So I have
NSFW.
seen an acronym used the same way that is actually not for British school kids. That was apparently that dates back to like before NSFW was standard. Yeah,
That's
I would say
funny.
that instead.
That's funny. All right, $2 Hero, the host of the All In,
All
a
In?
Nintendo podcast, good old Seth. He says, "I've got the most difficult FMK of all time for John." Okay, this is for you, John. This is
FMK.
FMK. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Max, Chloe, Alex.
Oh, you're
Guys
kidding
gonna have
me.
You guys gonna have an orgasm on
You're
the show.
kidding
I mean,
me.
you can't be doing this. You know?
Max, Chloe.
Come on,
I mean,
rapid fire. Just
I
spit it
have.
out.
This is hard. I have like 4 Max and Chloe dolls, so it's. I can't.
Oh,
kill.
John, that's inappropriate.
Come on.
All right.
I guess we know who we'd fuck.
Who's the fuck?
Just no.
The fuck has to be Chloe. She's the wild girl. She's that's easy. Who do I marry? Alex or Max? I think I would go with I hate to say it. I think I'd have to go with Alex. She has better prospects. Max is she's a little depressing. I love her to death, but I love her to death. She's gonna have to die. So
It's a good save at the end
fucking
there.
Chloe, marrying Alex, killing Max. Sorry, Max. I love you, Max.
That was a satisfying reaction. I liked that.
That was a tough question.
Thank you,
Seth,
Seth.
you're cruel. You're cruel.
All right. Text tree coming at us. He says, hold on. I got to burp. I had to push it out. My first question is for Mr. Blanco. Again,
Oh my god.
why do you hate the retrologic Discord community?
Ooh. Johnny hates all communities. I wouldn't take it to heart.
I do. I grew up without chat. I know. I find Discord incredibly distracting. I've actually joined a couple of Patreons and gone into their Discord for literally like 10 minutes, and then I just leave. The NES historian. I joined him for a little bit and then left. I'm a Patreon of it's too late. Of the
It's
guy
9 o'clock for you.
I know. I can't remember. See, I joined these Patreons and then I let it go.
So you don't hate our community. You just hate community in general.
He's
I
around the
do.
bush.
So I joined Sean Capri's Discord because I was the 69th patron, and Nick Tendo was 68, so I just did 69, and that was it. But yeah, I don't even talk we have our own Dads After Dark show Discord, and we just put in usernames and passwords and stuff. We don't do it. It's just too much. I just do the Dad's Discord. That's it. That's all I can handle.
It's all good. I appreciate the honesty, and I'm glad that you don't hate us.
It's not a bias towards you, no.
Okay, Hambone Johnny asks, "What is your favorite joystick?"
Like controller or joystick?
He says joystick, so
It says joystick.
What does that mean?
I don't.
I think it's a pretty simple question, John.
I have a very nice arcade fight stick setup that I've had for a nice long time. It's got the authentic Sanwa components, so that's just like an arcade in your lap, pretty much. So got the, I guess if that's what the question's asking, I do kind of prefer the more Japanese style lollipop design with a square gate than the like the baseball bat style joysticks.
I'm in the market actually for an arcade stick that would work with the Turbografx Mini, because I can't, like, there's no real hard information online about any of that. So
I mean, it's a USB port, but I don't know if it's using like a standard input.
It's
or
a
if
weird,
you would almost have to do some modding, I would think.
all I ever see is like, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. So maybe there's an arcade stick that's a lot more malleable or
I mean,
programmable.
mine has a toggle on it. It's for PS3, Xbox 360, and PC.
Okay.
So I get use out of it because it's PC, because I don't even own those other systems.
Just, if anybody knows any info, just hit me up, because I'm desperate at this point. I don't want to use that shitty Turbografx controller anymore. It sucks.
Well,
Turbografx had a turbo. I think
I know, but it's just a USB input on the Mini. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mini has a USB port for controllers. So,
well, I'm going to do
Anyway.
a throwback to the IBM PC Junior joystick. It's a fucking classic. Yeah, sent you guys a picture of it. I remember playing King's Quest, Black Cauldron with that sucker on like Windows 95. Thing's a legend.
Nice.
Yeah, it has such a big travel range. Like, that stick to go from like left to the right takes like a half hour.
Oh yeah, and then just one button.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
I have one of those downstairs, not the IBM one, but I have one.
Well, now we know that Drew likes to play with his joystick for a half hour. So
That's not a secret.
I actually don't like joysticks.
I don't have
I've
a
never
single
played
one.
them. Yeah, remember when the NES Advantage came out? I was like an NES Max kid.
No, John, we don't remember that. We were probably not born yet.
You guys. And I did not like the NES Advantage. My friend had the NES Advantage, and I would try it from time to time. And I don't like it. I like the joysticks. I like the controllers.
I like arcade sticks for stuff.
Yeah.
I should get one.
In an arcade, because you're
I
standing
learned
up.
it for
Yeah.
Street Fighter. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I
much
can see
it.
that.
That's the main thing I use it for, is fighting games that actually have like the quarter circles and half circles.
Right. Yep.
All right.
Oh, you can.
Let's hit this next question. We've got Chris HL94, who asks Drew and John, what is the best adult-rated video game of all time?
Adult rated, so like rated M for
I guess-
mature, or
AO is a rating, adult only.
oh.
But there's only a handful of games that ever got that.
I'm gonna go with Drew. Might agree with me on this. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt,
yeah.
because this is a game I love. The Witcher. We both love this game, but when you finish story arcs with some of the characters, you bang them, and like that is just classic to me. Like, I want to finish all of these Triss storylines because then I'll bang Triss, and there are like
Yeah.
10 or so
How about-
women.
Triss
How
is,
about
Also, you can go
Triss
to the
is the best.
brothel. You go to the brothel and legit bang every chick in there, and everyone reacts differently. And there's like 10 different ones. It's fantastic.
They poured some love into those animations too. Like,
They did.
they knew you were
Yeah.
going to do that.
Certain ones
I-
will rob you.
I
Oh, yeah.
want to play. I want to play it again because there's supposed to be a new, like, updated next gen
God. Don't you
patch
play
to it. No, they're going to update the graphics and everything, and so I'm kind of waiting to play that on the Xbox. But I want to go for. I think Andros will get this one. I want to go for like a bang percentage sort of like run. Like, I don't need to do everything in the game, but I want to do 100% bang run.
Oh,
That's
boy.
what I did. I quit the game when I banged Triss.
You stopped at
That's
one
it.
or two.
That's all.
Do what?
How many women did you bang when you played? Just Triss, or you
Oh my
got?
God. I banged every girl in the brothel.
Yeah.
I banged like 12 chicks before I stopped playing. Anyways, next question.
Next question. Which game, this is still Chris HL94. Which game did your parents catch you
question.
playing growing up?
I'll tell you what, it's not a game, but we used to have like a deck of cards that had just naked women on every card. And we used to hide them in the drop ceiling of the basement. And I don't remember, one day something happened and they fell and my mom found them. And yeah, so I'd say that was probably the biggest moment of I lost my nudie deck of cards.
I love the deck of cards. Most people have like a porno.
Take what you can when you're a teenager, right? I mean, you gotta take what you got. VCR, VHSs.
So I have a fun little story. I was programming since I was like 8 or 9 years old on my Tandy Color Computer 3. And so I just loved programming, and I had my own room, and I usually like would lock my door and play games or whatever. I didn't do anything, but I authored.
I didn't do anything.
I did a lot of stuff, but I authored 3 like porno text adventure games. Wow. And I'll never forget it. And like who knows, maybe they're out there, but they were done in like GW Basic, Q Basic, and the first one was based on Cindy Crawford. I can't remember the name of it. I was like super into Cindy Crawford. The second one was called The Search for Shannon, because I have a huge crush on Shannon Doherty. And then the third one was based on Pamela Anderson. It was called Pamela on the Prowl. And they were just like these text adventure games. Start searching. And you would go from like place to place. It was just like a Zork or like something, a text adventure. And you would do this, and you could say, look at Pamela and all that. And they weren't like super complex or whatever. But I think like the last 2 of them, if you like got to bang one of them, or there were certain scenes, I would use an image viewer and put like an image on the screen. And these would be like the images at that time where you would maybe go on AOL and share with people. Like people would literally go to AOL group chats and like swap like nudie graphics. Mm-hmm. And the graphic would come up, and you would literally print it to the screen, and it would like scroll down like as it rendered onto your screen.
I can't believe I've never heard this before.
Well, you never played The Search for Shannon.
It's a retrologic scoop right here.
These are retro classics. Mm-hmm. If my mom ever found out that I was making those games at the time, she probably would have freaked out. They were great.
I mean,
I didn't freaked
out now.
The closest that I ever got to being caught was I had a Britney Spears poster.
From the CD album?
I covered. Yeah, I
had that too.
With a Transformers poster, and like I'd unstick it, and the Transformers poster would roll up, and then like I would like roll the Transformers poster down and stick it. Well, the tack came out or whatever, and it was just Britney Spears on my wall, like a pretty big poster, like not a small size, and my mom, my dad's disabled, so he couldn't come upstairs. So my mom found it. And it was like a whole discussion at the dinner table about it. Like you have to take it down. Like, what the heck? I think I was like 12. I don't know. But like, there's never anything like bad or whatever. But,
She's like, where's the poster with the robot with all the guns?
Yeah.
You should have that on your wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Britney's pretty cute.
Sam, anything?
Hey, she's making a comeback.
I don't have any stories.
Okay, good deal. All right.
He wants to tell you.
Flightsy, we've got, are there limits to what we can ask?
Obviously not.
Nope. No. Nothing that gets us arrested. Neo Prime 33, who's that guy? He asks,
Tommy.
For all, what would your podcast be like if you started this in your younger days and single?
Probably the same.
Probably have.
Well, you did Disney guys there,
time.
Drew.
Yeah.
I'm still single.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I'm still young.
Yeah.
So yes, exactly the same.
Be like this. I'd have more time. I'd do a lot more like streaming and other like podcast adjacent activities, but I don't think it would be that different as far as like content goes.
I would do. I love the completionist format where he like 100% games. I don't like his video. Like, I don't like the format of the way he presents it, because I feel like he should go more into how he did certain things. He more reviews the game as he goes. But I would do like a podcast where I would 100% the games. I would do tips and stuff of how to do everything, and then do like an open format podcast talking about it. Like, that's kind of what I would do. You just need more time for some of those games. I mean, there's games he does that are like 80, 90, 100 hours for his weekly episode. I couldn't do that now, but if I was young and single. That's what I would do. Or a chess podcast.
No. Cool. Next question is solo something. We've got, he's got 2 questions. And we're going to rapid fire these. What game would you like to play with Amaranth?
Anything. Well, she plays Just Dance. And I love Just Dance. I would love to be in the room, just play Just Dance with her. That would be fine with me.
Follow-up question. While you're playing, what would you talk about?
I'd like to play the 8-player Mario Party and be on her team.
Oh.
And hold hands.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Basically holding hands.
What would we talk about? Masturbation.
She's trapped in this scenario, so you can talk about her whatever you want. Yeah, I guess.
I would talk Just Dance, right? She's a big fan of Just Dance. She was playing Mario Kart 8 yesterday. I bet you she really loves some of these games.
She not banned anymore? Wasn't she banned for like a second?
She was banned for like a couple days.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't keep those on very long.
John, you think she actually likes playing video games?
I think she does. She has like Pokemon characters in the background.
So
fair.
this next question, I'm gonna say, does any one of you who thinks they have the best story related to this, or we'll just skip it. Have you ever called the girl you were seeing the wrong name, or sent a playful text to the wrong girl?
I was married before texting was even in vogue, so never had that problem.
Gosh,
before.
you're old. What the heck?
Nothing I can get into.
Oh,
I don't know who listens.
Oh, Drew, we know there's something.
I mean,
hiding
it's
back
not even
there.
our podcast. Drew,
I know.
You know.
Come on, they don't know you. Who are these guys?
But
All right.
is Amy going to listen to the RetroLogic podcast?
I did nothing.
Okay, I don't have anything like that either. That's just not. I didn't have that many girlfriends, so. All right. Finally. Oh wait, no, hold on. Do. Okay.
Save it for our show.
I've got a question for Flightsy. Yeah, from Flightsy. This is one.
Who is Flightsy? Is this a robot or is this a person?
No, he's a community member.
Oh, okay.
He's a very active RetroLogic community member. He is the best. This is one for our guests. Who would you FMK the RetroLogic podcast hosts?
Oh my God.
Wow.
You got John, Datfast. You got Sam, Third Strongest Mole. You got me.
Wow. I'll start.
Go for it.
Go for it, Drew.
Well, I'll go for it. I mean, Dan, let's get a twit fuck in. Let's go for it. I think John's the easy one to say kill because he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, he's not here. Kill him.
Me and you have a long, fun future ahead for us.
That's good. It's beautiful.
Sam, you're no longer single. Congratulations.
Wow. I feel violated.
I'm gonna marry. Datfast has a really good gaming collection.
Yeah.
He's got 6 kids, which is a problem for me. But they think the collection takes precedence. So I'm gonna marry.
The kids are gonna leave. The kids are gonna leave the house, but the collection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The collection's mine, and I'm not signing a prenup. Other John. So John and John are getting together.
Yeah, but does that mean your collection goes along, John? You gotta be careful.
True. I think his collection's bigger than mine, though.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
It is.
I think my amiibo collection's bigger than his, but he's got a sizable amiibo collection, but nobody has a bigger amiibo collection than I do. I'm gonna marry into that. I gotta kill one of you, and I gotta tell you guys I'm gonna kill one of you. Yeah. I don't know. Who's better in bed between Sam and Dan? I need to be convinced. You guys need to save your own lives.
Okay. Well, I have more experience, I think.
Okay, who's gonna corkscrew? That's really the question.
Oh no! No, just kill me. It's fine.
All right,
Dan
Sam, I'm dragging to the corkscrew zone, and then Dan, you're gone.
All
Sorry.
right, that's great. That was
that's a blessing. You don't want that is a blessing for you.
Wonderful and totally inappropriate.
Spared.
Oh gosh, why did I do this? All right.
Who asked a question like that?
Our
Flightsy?
Flightsy. Good guy, but yeah, weird question. My brother asked our last question, Octorock. He says, okay, I got a good one. What's the first video game character that gave you teenage boy thoughts?
Teenage boy. I mean, Wii Fit Trainer still gives me thoughts. I mean, she's the only one.
Yeah.
Who? Wait, who?
Wii Fit Trainer, John. You know
Wii Fit Trainer.
God, I can't believe.
she is the one. But
No.
teenage boy days.
I mean, it's Crystal.
John probably
it's Crystal for me.
Crystal
Crystal
from
Fox.
Of course, it's Crystal.
Star Fox Adventures.
Oh,
She's
I can give you.
you immediately see her in like a scantily clad like
fair.
fabric, and she's got human boobs. So what do you want from me?
I mean, that's not a bad one. I could probably give you John's answer of Lara
Don't
Croft.
you dare, Drew.
Lara Croft.
No, it's not Lara Croft.
Really?
I didn't really play any. I don't think I played any Tomb Raider games until the trilogy.
Ah.
And then I was married and I'm committed. I don't think, okay, I'm going to sound old again, but I don't think graphics were good enough until
Yeah.
I was much older.
Right? Yeah.
Now you sound like a creep.
Yes, I know. I can't think of any as a kid. The video games did not do that to you as a kid. So when I was in like a teenage years, I was Super Nintendo, Turbografx, 3DO. Maybe if I had Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, probably that would have been the one. The girl in Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, but I didn't have it.
Well, what's the one? Night Trap?
Dana, I have that. I played that on Switch like a couple years ago for the first time.
You didn't play it on your 3DO or whatever? I don't know if that had it.
It was on 3DO, right? I didn't have it for 3DO. That's not a bad game, actually. It's not a great game at all, and it's almost impossible to beat, but it's a fun game to play for like an hour. And then I looked up a guide.
Fair.
It's nearly impossible to beat. You have to do things in like the perfect sequence, and there's no hints as to when you should do them. But that's actually a really fun game to try. If you ever get it on sale. Have you ever played those games? Have you ever played that game?
No.
And Sam? Okay, it's just give it like an hour. It's a good time. Probably a good game to stream too.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Sam, do you have an answer?
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. Good deal. I'm not going to force anybody to answer that question. Guys, that's our show. Why don't y'all plug your stuff? Tell them about your stuff.
I'll give our contacts here. Yeah, Drew and I are the Dads After Dark show. It's a podcast. It's a YouTube channel. We don't stream. We don't even do a video podcast, but maybe we will. I haven't talked to Drew about this, but we could post video versions of our podcast, maybe. You can find us on any sort of podcasting app you have, Dads After Dark show. You can find us on Anchor at anchor.fm/dads-after-dark. You can find us on Twitter at @ndadsafterdark, and you can find us on YouTube. I do 30-second reviews. One day, Drew, we're going to get a 30-second review from Drew.
I've done one.
You did, but not on the channel. So, but we'll figure it out because you did a good one with the casino one.
Poker.
But we do 30-second reviews on YouTube. That's youtube.com/dadsafterdarkshow. But yeah, we've been doing this show for a couple of years now, and we're also part of the Nintendo Dads family, and we have a really good time, the two of us. And Drew and I knew each other through Dad's Discord, and we did like the monthly mayhems and stuff like that. And Justin asked us to do a show, and we decided to do an After Dark show. I don't know why we just decided to do that. We just felt like it was different enough. And
it's a great show. Like, this is a really good like sample of what you guys get from that show, because you guys cover all kinds of topics.
Yeah.
And I'd like to, I just caveat that John said, I think our main focus point that we like to talk about as well is we do a lot of competitions and eShop giveaways through the competition, right? So we have, like John said, monthly mayhem, where we do every month we do some type of game with the community. First place will get $15. The runner-up or a random person will get $10. So if you compete, you have a chance. We introduced this new thing called the bounty board, where we have really difficult challenges. Right now we have a bounty board for what's it, John? What's
Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon?
Shovel Knight, the Pocket Dungeon. Yep, and you got to go out there. The first person to do it gets $10. You got to tweet us at and you get it. We just had a fun one, not even video game related. The first person that could stack 3 M&Ms on top of each other, taped a video of it and sent it to us.
Nice.
Won $5 eShop. So we probably give away $40 to $50 in eShop every month in fun, competitive way. And that's really where we like to focus on that and give back to you guys a little bit.
That's so fun. I love that stuff. You guys do a great job with it. Definitely.
Yeah, we try to stay on topic, but often, I mean, last couple of years, there's often not a lot of news to talk about. And so we kind of have to talk about some other things like TV and stuff like that. So
yeah. But you're also
we have a lot of fun doing
it. You're very community engaging. They do a great job. Y'all should go check them out. NSFW, obviously, but
very.
Thank you guys for joining me for episode 69.
Thank you for having us.
That was great. And thank you, listener, for listening to the RetroLogic podcast. We are proudly part of the Nintendo Dads family of podcasts. If you like what you hear, check me out on Twitter and Instagram at retrologic.games. You're also welcome to jump into our friendly and 100% non-toxic Discord community. The link to that is in my Twitter bio. You can also find all the things. We've got merch, we've got the Discord link, we've got the blog, which is going to be updated very soon. All of that over at retrologic.games, which is our website. So go check that out. And that's the show, guys. Say good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Goodbye.
We take breaks too. There's a break about every 30, 45 minutes or so. And we should be done under 2 hours is always my goal. So we'll see.
I'm curious what happens during your breaks.
If something funny happens, then I put it at the end of the show. So we'll see.
Yeah, usually Dan just asks if I have to go to the bathroom and I say no.
Like what he does
I have
with
to take
kids.
shit.
Sure.
That
Sometimes our guests do go to the bathroom. And I'm drinking beer tonight, so I may end up taking my break. We'll see. All right, we're gonna start things off here.
Man, sounds like you're gonna do something else from the